Hey guys, Randy here from Our Cozy Garden. I hope you guys are doing great. Today we are planting this combination plum tree, and we are planting it here at our shade garden on this side of the fence. I bought this combination plum tree from Home Depot, which is fairly cheap compared to other combination trees I found in the city. And this one has 4 varieties in it. It has the Juanetta, it has the Black Ice, it has the Toka, which I think is the healthiest among the bunch, and then of course the Pembina Plum. And it's not replacing the ones we lost this winter, but May and I, we really love plums, and we're hoping to grow our own here at our backyard. So yeah, this one is going right here at our shade garden, and I'd really want to get this part of the garden done so that it has more time to take root, establish itself, and then hopefully give us a good harvest in a few years. I'm also planting more shade plants in here. I have the heuchera, coral bells. You also have the hostas, and I'm gonna move around some ferns to cover this place up. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and let's go. So when I started digging, I noticed some roots coming up from my neighbor's yard, and of course I understand different people have different priorities. So just to avoid future headaches, problems, I just dug deeper, roughly 3.5 inches deeper. So it'll be harder for weeds and grass roots to come over this side. That way it will be easier to maintain. And you know the expression, good fences make good neighbors. That's true for both above the ground and below the ground. As usual, make sure to dig a hole twice the diameter of the root ball. As for how deep, make sure that the root ball is 1 to 2 inches above the top of the hole, then backfill with dirt and tamp it down. Although, I'll be honest, sometimes I get lazy in doing this, so I just do as much as I can. The bigger the better, so you have loose soil around the root ball where it can grow new roots. Alright, so we're done digging the hole for our new combination plum tree. And of course, before we put it down on the ground, we're gonna add some mycorrhizal fungus. so that it'll grow healthier, better roots, and hopefully survive our incoming winter. And of course, when you're planting a tree, make sure it's not wrapped in burlap. Otherwise, your tree will have a hard time growing roots outside it, although the burlap will disintegrate over time, rot down. It's just way better if you make sure there's nothing wrapping the roots. There's nothing wrapping the root ball. Why make it hard for the tree to develop more roots, right? Okay. As you can see, the roots are going round and round, starting to bind around itself just because of the burlap. So you'd want to make sure that's all taken out. Before setting the tree in place, make sure that the direction and growth of the branches work with what you need in the new space. In my case, I want the branches for this new plum tree to grow away from the fence as much as possible, while making sure that it still gets as much sunlight as possible. Even though this spot is a shaded spot, the tree will get full sun once it grows higher than the fence, which is about 6 feet high. After the tree is set, I added the shade-loving plants under it, the hostas, the coral bells, and the ferns. I'm dividing this hosta using an old kitchen knife, which I find really works well with plant division. The sharp edge cuts through the root system well without bruising the plant, which is what you need for this. I also found that the hostas and ferns I planted and divided last year did survive, so I'm moving some of them here. I initially thought that they didn't survive the winter, but they just took a bit longer to sprout because of this year's cold and rainy spring. It was really a test for me since it was my first time planting shade plants last year. And because of that success, we went ahead and added more hostas and fern varieties to our shade garden. And that's it. We planted our new combination plum on our shade garden, and that completes our shade garden as well. So I hope it'll have enough time to take root and establish itself on this spot to survive this coming winter. Thanks for joining me here today. This is Randy here at the Cozy Garden. Have a good day.